right? You absorb the jump in, and then you just re-engage on your opponents. Also gives you a bit of a wombo combo with the Wukong, Cyclone and Magnet Storm, Shockwave there, and there's the Braum from Los Ratones.
Yeah, that was my worry, was if you don't take the Braum yourself, you end up giving that Braum across, and he's very strong with, you know, answering for that Wukong engage or the follow-up from the Mbessa. But either way, I mean, KC, like we saw this countless times at Worlds, right? This is a bit of an
So Nemesis was able to walk his way out. A normal line of scrimmage. Reckless going back has the Oracles. I think he put down a ward early doors. Yeah, you can see down in that bot lane middle bush, Reckless has put his ward, now gets the Oracles. KC might look for a little bit of an invade. A command attack spots out Faust, and the ward goes down, and Velia, even with the martial cadence, will be able to clear that one out in time.
Yeah, still going to get some information as to exactly where it's starting, and I mean, this was basically what we saw at Worlds, right? Is this kind of split map on both junglers, you full clear your whole way through.
Positioning can struggle a little bit. Competition is slightly better at ending the game.
Yeah, understanding like how to use those resources as they've been pushed through, and honestly, KC are doing a decent job here, right? So, especially like, you can always play this really well. Covered, Dragon on the bottom side of the map, uses then his clear to move back up and towards his top side, is going to get access to all three of the Void Grubs. Then you're going to try and match with a Dragon on this bottom side, but KC starting to rotate in towards mid to match the rotation from Los Ratones as they put their AD carry in the mid lane as well.
I don't think if you're KC you really mind this trade, right? You're already getting pushed in the mid lane, you're getting pushed in top side, 3 grubs just allows you to take those plates a little bit quicker, you've got 5 minutes left with those plates on the map, so this trade very much is about trying to get that extra bit of gold before...
Start selling items, because then you can stop the full fighting, or stop the full scaling and just go for these fights. Hey, we got options as Camilo, that's not where you want to be, lad.
Yeah, Camilo's getting caught out. There's the Emperor's Divide going down. Shockwave lands, but he doesn't really have an escape. Lost Ratones on the board first. 12 minutes into the game.
First blood for the rats.
Hairy chest, was it? Was that
I don't know what dragon specifically would have the hairiest chest, but we'll wait and see whatever comes in third.
Good point. Good point. I feel like mountain
dragon. I feel like this is how scientific research works.
Hey, look, no fight. Oh, Camilo looking to shot with Magnusum comes in, there's the culling! Living up to his name as Velia falls first. Emperor's Divide keep Nemesis and Reckless safe, and they will back away. We even it out at 1-1. And that's enough, guys.
The handshake. There's like, look, we gotta even it out.
We got 7 more minutes till the next kill. 21 minutes on the dot. That's when it's gonna happen.
I mean, nice engage though from him.
Although Faust looking for some big proxies. Okay. Yukino is right here, Faust. Where are we going? Round the corner, round the bend, perhaps, as Faust is about to be dismounted from Skull, who'll run to the nearest bush. He flashes away, but Kalist is there. He charges straight into the wall, and Faust will fall. Kalist gets him. The next kill a lot quicker as Tau has to flash away on the bottom side. Los Ratones looking to collapse, knowing that KC were taking their time taking down Faust.
No public execution for Tau. This is a little risky staying under the tower.
Goes and clears out Dominion Wave. Redemption comes out, but they just don't have the damage yet. It's only a Nash's Cataclysm used as well in the end. Los Ratones will take him out. It's a lot longer than they would have liked. And while this is happening, you've got a wave pushing in topside for Camilo. A Rift Herald begun by Yukino. And the mid lane pushed in by Kalist. TP comes back as KC. I mean, they might look for the fight here.
Baldril saying hello in the corner. As a good TP, again, like so.
I thought you were talking about Orianna for a second there.
I mean, which one reflects more light? We will never know.
That's his strategy. When they play against T1, he's just going to get the glare from the lights into Faker's eyes, you know? Distract him a little bit. It's like yearn for the stone, you know?
Sometimes you just like the simplicity, right?
Exactly.
It's an easier life. You don't have to think about what's best in this situation. It's a pink one.
The only decision you really had to make was when do I get oracles? Because if I die with it, it's gone.
Exactly.
So it's like, when can I buy this on Sona, you know?
Yeah.
Camilo?
Or Annie support.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good old days when she had that extended attack range.
Yeah.
A bit of a catch here from KC as they gate Los Ratones away from getting back towards the mid lane, but with that mid lane tower already down, KC in the driver's seat, forcing Los Ratones out from that jungle. It's a small lead. It's enough of a chunk of change. Most of it sitting on Kalist, who is building up towards, seems to be an Infinity Edge second on this Lucian after that Essence Reaver. Faust having to pocket pistol his way away from Tau, but will build up that Rage Bar pretty quickly. Why are you giggling at Pocket Pistol? It's the name of the ability, Rob.
Ah, okay, makes sense then, yeah.
Yeah.
As Tao going to spin his way through that wave as I swiftly move onwards, and KC swiftly move towards the top side. Actually, I wasn't sure how aggressive Lost Ratones wanted to move on to this bottom half of the map, but looks like with Camilo having flash, they're not entirely convinced they can go for a play with Dragon up.
So what are you doing? Are you gonna try and take the fight? Lost Ratones setting in as 3. You can also come in from the side as well. Prime looking for it, flash away from Crowny. Shadowing Strike is about to find the stun. At the moment, a 5v4 in Lost Ratones' favor, but Tao's on his way across on that Mbessa. Bounce having to jump away. Scuttlecraft going over to Lost Ratones. The Magnet Storm onto 2. Bomb against the follow-up. The Womboist of combos. A Cyclone on Velia blows him away as KC takes the fight 3-0.
That was clean from KC. The immediate jump onto the Azir. Doesn't even get a half a second to use that Emperor's Divide. And KC starting to run away with this.
Yeah, that was really devastating. A 3,000 gold lead now as well for them. They get their second Drake. They'll get a tower complete on him. Shadow Flame and Ludens finished on Camilo. Callisto on his way across it. Does have the Infinity. Has public execution going down onto Bounce, who does still hold onto his flash. There's a culling. He'll use it to dash away. Now dismounted, and Callisto comes in for a bit more of a chase. Redemption not in time when it comes out. But isn't enough healing. The Cyclone used on Nemesis as well. The Emperor's Divide not enough to keep him safe. Velia now needs to get out, has to flash, but Yukino will chase him down. A counter redemption won't be enough for the auto. On his way, the red buff, I think, actually from Yukino secures the kill, and across the map, Lost Ratones are being taken out.
The fact you're losing on both sides of the map is a disaster for Lost Ratones, and KC now are opening the base, starting Anakan, pushing mid, and just doing everything you could possibly want, although Tao might need to dip from here.
He has the flash, he'll jump onto Crowny, flashes the wall. Crowny, good, used the explosive shot there to get the jump back in, gets the shutdown. Meanwhile, on the top side, Yukino has started up the Anakan. TP coming out from Nemesis. It's actually Baus who's going in with the TP alongside Nemesis. The two-man squad gonna charge towards the Anakan. They don't have a smite though, and Yukino does, but it's Camilo who secures it. Baus now having to dash his way away, will be dismounted. Also kept him for 2026. A 5,000 gold lead now for KC as they head their way up towards this top side. Nemesis perhaps a little bit overextended. Yukino looking for that flank position. Prime's on his way. Does not quite have the flash. The Emperor's Divide out. Can you take that? It's a big ultimate used as Callistus jumped on by Baus, but can dash across the wall with the relentless pursuit. Yukino caught out with the Glacial Fish, but another ultimate invested by Lost Ratones. Velia looking for that Cataclysm. Tao's going to TP in. The Cyclone once again to stop Velia finding the engage. Perfectly played by Yukino, and it will mean 2 more kills over to the boys in blue.
Yeah, I mean, the overcommitment there from Lost Ratones.
Oh, Prime, the Magnet Storm! A public execution of monstrous proportions for KC. They find 2 more, only Crowny remains standing. And KC have ripped the game away from Lost Ratones.
Public execution, a fitting name for what KC are doing right now. Lost Ratones.
Shockwave coming out from Camilo, so he's going to have to retreat. Because of that, Tao and Yukino think, well, we can just start up the Baron once again. Veda looking for that flank position, doesn't have vision in the pit right now. Long-range ward coming out from KC. Prime's going to try and keep that jungle at bay. Reckless on his way, puts the ward down, but unless Veda can get close enough to the pit, the steal is pretty minuscule as a possibility. Velia is nearby. They dive onto Baus with the Cyclone. They lock him up and Skull runs for the hills. Baus should have done the same. A public execution in with the Glacial Fish stopping Tao in his tracks. He'll be taken down. Yukino still sitting on the Baron, but they don't really have the protection for him to do this now. They're going to tank it. The Magnet Storm in. Reckless falling low. They dive onto Velia. Yukino unstoppable, but it's a 1-for-1. Both supports traded. Velia needs to try and get back in, but it's already smited. KC take the Baron. A flash away from Camilo. The Emperor's Divide doesn't find him. Camilo survives. Callisto with a dash away.
Oh my god!
How did you survive that? Camilo and Callisto walk caught out a little bit here. Cataclysm has to flash out of it. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Callisto and Yukino just pushing in for the inhibitor. Lost Ratones trying to defend with the charge. Yukino able to back away for now. Reckless going in, looking for those concussive blows. The Bounce dives a little bit too greedily, a little bit too deep. A TP behind him as Bounce will fall first, and now KC are on the march.
And there go. Oh, the
Perfect execution hits onto Nemesis. Emperor's Divide out from him to try and protect, but he can't get back to the rest of his team easily. The first Nexus Tower down, the Shockwave does fall short of catching onto Velia. Tau keeping Nemesis at bay. Kalisz trying to take down the second Nexus Tower as Tau is clipped with the Winter's Bite. So that second Nexus Tower is going to fall as the Unbreakable unable to stop it. Meanwhile, the dive in from Velia, he just dies immediately, as does Reckless. Los Ratones routed by KC as they clean up Brownie in the fountain. KC take it with an 11K lead.
message received.